Hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to your sleep story. I am Teresa Noy, your radical self-love coach. I work with high-achieving women who typically put themselves last to love themselves enough to put themselves first. You deserve to love, cherish, and honor yourself without guilt because your well-being matters. It gives me great joy to be the voice that guides you into a restful sleep tonight. You are so deeply loved. Your existence is the proof. Before we begin tonight's sleep story, let's start with a relaxation session. I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, and as I do, allow yourself to let go more and more. 10. Feel the support beneath you, the support of your bed, the floor, and the earth beneath. Imagine the warm sand of a beautiful beach cradling you, holding you with the earth's gentle strength. Allow that certainty, that solidity to enable you to release a little more, to sink into this moment a bit more. 9. You are safe. All is well. Allow my voice to be a point of safety for you. Allow my voice to be an anchor that keeps you in a safe space. Know that my voice will only ever bring you into safe places. Feel into your body now. Notice where you might be holding tension. Maybe your feet, your hands, your face, or your belly. Just release it all. Your body has worked hard for you today. It's time for it to rest. It deserves rest. 8. Today is done. Whatever has been, has been. Whatever will be, will be. All you have is now. So thoughts about the day that just was, or days that are to come, don't serve you right now. Allow that realization to enable you to settle into this moment more. 7. This is your moment. You have nowhere to be, nowhere to go. The only place you need to be is here, enjoying this cozy sleep story and the sound of my voice. You deserve it. 6. You deserve it. You deserve rest. You deserve sleep. You deserve to be here. Allow that fact to help you let go a little more. 5. Perhaps allow yourself to feel a little gratitude now. Gratitude for this moment. Gratitude for the ability to rest. Gratitude for the simple things. Your breath, the shelter you have tonight, the opportunity to switch off in a place of safety. 4. Embrace the coziness of this moment, the coziness of lying down in a safe space, moving towards sleep in the beautiful act of storytelling. 3. Begin to engage with your imagine now. Engage with your imagination. Picture a beach in the Caribbean, a secluded spot on the beautiful island of Barbados. isolated from the rest of the world, or another favorite spot that you may have. Allow yourself to engage. Bring that picture to mind and check in with your body again. Make sure you're not holding tension anywhere. Release and allow yourself to sink a little deeper. 2, completely let go now as I tell you tonight's sleep story. The rain had come in the afternoon, steady and cleansing, leaving the air thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming night jasmine. Now the night was still. Puddles lay scattered along the cobbled path leading to Amara's favorite place in her home, a quiet corner where a small round mirror sat waiting, reflecting nothing but the flickering candlelight. She had owned this mirror for years, a delicate piece with an intricately carved wooden frame. It belonged to her mother before her, a woman who had always seemed at peace with her reflection, as though she had long ago made a decision, a truce with herself. But Amara never looked at her own image with such ease. Tonight, she had promised herself she would. She moved slowly, wrapping a shawl around her shoulders as she stepped toward the mirror. The wooden floor beneath her feet was cool, grounding her as she knelt before it. The candle's glow softened her features, casting gentle shadows along her jawline, highlighting the curve of her cheekbones. She met her own eyes, steady and unblinking. There was no judgment tonight, no need to search for flaws, no mental checklist of things to change, just her. A woman who had lived, who had loved, who had learned. Her fingers brushed the edge of the mirror's frame, the wood smooth beneath her touch. She studied the reflection staring back at her, the fullness of her lips, the deep brown of her eyes, the faintest crease that had begun to form between her brows. She traced them in her mind, not with critique, but with curiosity. How many times had she turned away from herself? How many moments had she spent waiting to be different, waiting to be more, waiting to feel worthy? She let out a slow breath. The truth settled in her chest, warm and unwavering. She was already worthy, already whole, already enough. Her mother had once told her that self-acceptance was like the ocean, vast, deep, sometimes calm, sometimes wild, but always capable of holding everything. Make yourself an ocean, she had said. Hold yourself with love. Amara let the words echo through her mind, their weight settling into her bones. She reached out, pressing her palm against the mirror's surface, aligning it with her own reflection. I see you, she whispered, and I do not turn away. The words felt like a promise. For years, she had measured herself against impossible standards, believing she needed to earn love, to prove herself. But love had never been something to win. It had always been hers. A tear slipped down her cheek. She did not wipe it away. Instead, she let it fall, let it be part of the moment. She leaned closer, studying the soft lines at the corners of her eyes, the places where time had left its mark. These were not imperfections. They were stories, evidence of a life fully lived. She placed a hand over her heart and spoke the words she had always longed to hear. I am enough. Not because she had done enough, not because she had earned it, simply because she was. She closed her eyes, letting the truth settle deep into her bones. A deep sense of peace washed over her, the kind that came not from changing, but from surrendering, from allowing herself to be exactly as she was, without apology, without hesitation. The candle flickered beside her, the flame bending but never breaking. She thought about all the ways she had bent in her life, all the times she had adjusted, shifted, tried to fit into a version of herself that felt acceptable to others. And yet, at her core, she had remained the same, unshaken, whole. She smiled, a real easy smile, the kind that came not from performance, but from recognition, the kind that said, I have found my way back to myself. The mirror reflected her in that moment, soft, open, radiant. She let out a breath, and with it, the weight of years spent waiting to be something more, something different. She was already home. With slow, deliberate movements, she blew out the candle, slipping beneath the covers, the mirror reflecting nothing now but the quiet glow of her peace. The night wrapped around her, dark and full of quiet wonders. The breath of the wind, the rustling of leaves, the steady, unshaken rhythm of her own being. And somewhere beyond what her eyes could see, love moved like the tides, constant, unfaltering, waiting only to be received. Tonight, she would rest in that love. She would let it hold her, the way the ocean held the waves, the way the sky cradled the stars. With a final deep breath, she let go. The need to be more, the fear of not being enough. As she surrendered to sleep, she knew she had always been enough, and she always would be.